All right, this is your basic defense. You're looking over your shoulder, right, the counter. Okay, now the key is that he wants to snap his hip and put it where his belly button was. Stay there. Now you see how his hips are almost vertical. They're not sideways. Put your belly button back on the mat. You're going to get turned. Everybody does a defense like that. So turn in with a regular defense. Okay, you didn't do it. He did my defense. You just want to snap. Now start walking that hip more. Walk that hip. Snap that hip. Keep going. Boom. Now, good. His back leg should be in the air. If the guy jumps over, he's going to defend the other side. And he's going to snap that hip. Now stay there. Now, if you look at him, this hip bone is on the mat. Most people have their belly button on the mat, and you get your hip lifted and you get turned. So you got to snap that, tuck that hip where your belly button was. That's all you do. Okay? All right. If the guy goes to an ankle lace, go to your left hip, not your right, your left hip, curl, tuck your feet. Now the key that we want to try to do is he wants to always put his left foot on top of his right first. Because most guys are going to try to take this ankle over top of the other one, right? So when you feel him drop down to your ankles, he tucks his knees, goes to his left hip, and he stomps his right foot with his left. Okay? Now, you want to be the meanest guy in Fargo right now. You're got two goals. Split your feet apart. Split your feet. Grab hands. Split my hands apart. That's the two things. Split your feet. Split your hands. Shove him. Kick him in the face. You be the biggest son of a bitch you've ever seen before down here. And you got to watch. Now look at Sam. Sam knows that the guy down here is going to bail and jump to a gut. That's why he's watching. Because if I jump and trap his arm, I'm going to score gobs of points. So he's watching and anticipating me to jump to a gut. And then he goes back down. Okay? A trap gut is one of the big moves in wrestling. Bottom line, anytime you feel a guy jack with your hand, he reaches for a hand, he puts his head on the mat, wraps the arm around his neck, grabs his wrist, let go. If he jacks around with your other hand, he immediately drops his head and wraps, and you're not getting trap gut anymore. It really is that simple. Okay, the last thing is guys will reach back for your ankle for a bow and arrow. Let him go ahead and do it first, Sam. He's going to get a bow and arrow. He's going to step. He's going to grab your face and roll you and rip the snot out of you, right? Okay, so when you're down here and he's on a gut, you will feel him drop down and reach for an ankle. You got to put your hip bone, you can put your heel to the mat, toe to the sky. Good. Go back again. He's on a gut. He drops down and starts jacking with your ankle. He puts he turns, puts his heel to the mat, his toe to the sky. Bottom line, your knee only bends one way, and you take the bend of your natural movement of your knee out of the picture, and you got to be ready. Sam's watching because he knows the kid's going to jump to a gut. That right there, Sebastian, I think would get you. I mean, that's it. I never got turned a lot internationally, and this is all I did, okay? It should help you in Fargo. All right, bye.